Hey, what's going on with it once again? Bros, women, bronies, and peg sisters. Let me just take this microphone off real quick. This is the one, the only, Mr. Curse is a guy 2009, aka Nintendofreak2011. Sorry about that random camera angle. So, yeah, I finally got this thing fixed right here. It's most of you, you probably can't see it, but if, I don't know if this can show it to you, I don't know. Yeah, you probably can't see that very well. But yeah, there it is. You see I got my camera fixed right there, finally. But yeah, before I do begin, this is going to be a TV news thing, whatever, some more alternative media stuff, real ass true stuff. And I got this from none other than Mr. Fabian for Liberty herself. Definitely check his channel out. Really awesome dude. Highly suggest you subscribe to him if you're like in economics or if you want to be in like real estate or anything like that. Which I really don't have too much of an interest on that, but if any of you guys do, hey, by all means, go sub to his channel. If you want to learn like the truth, even some apocalypse stuff, or learn how to, buy gold and silver or any of that stuff, because he's the one that opened my eyes to all that, literally, like 4 years ago. Even maybe before I met him, I knew a little bit about it, but I wasn't too crazy about it until a year after, like in 09, 010, around that area. So without further ado on that, I don't have any, what's it called? I don't have any scripting for this or anything like that, or any pictures to show you, but let's begin real quick. So here it is. This is what she's saying right here. Never in my wildest dreams, though, something that like this can happen to this country. Sorry if I'm stuttering a lot. It's kind of like last minute right here. I usually don't do these till like Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And sometimes Saturday and Sunday I might do it. So yeah, let's keep it going. I might do a part 2 on this, by the way, too, just in case. For the records exposed in the attempt to silence whistleblowers. From the record video. This is from the Blaze right here, too. Journalist Audrey Hudson, grabbed files from her shelf behind her and set them on her desk. The chaos of the boxes stacked on the white rug in her home was a reminder of the pre-dawn raid armed state and federal investigators nearly 3 months ago. On Wednesday's season finale episode of The Blaze, for the record, ET, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we exposed the government's post-9/11 war on journalism, The Silencer. The Blaze visited the Hudson home, for where she was still reeling from the events of August 6th. Officers stormed in her Shadyside, Michigan, I think that's what it is. MD guns drawn. Her private note scared, and that's what it is. Sacred to any reporter with information of the confidential sources of her thoughts and constructions of her investigation failures at the federal air marshals. Since then were confiscated by the Department of Homeland Security. Episode 2, accompanied by police. And I'm going to read the other half of this, and you guys can read the other half yourself. I'll put the link down below if you want to check it out. Coast Guard investigator Michael Bosch, a former air marshal with the Maryland State Police, on a warrant to search for the house of weapons. A search warrant is issued for the Hudson's husband, Paul Flanagan, I think that's how you say it, a longtime employee with the U.S. Coast Guard. He was found guilty in 1986, well, 3 years before I was born, of resisting arrest and cannot possess firearms. But Hudson said Bosch that they were searched for many more than weapons, and let her know exactly what the Hudson said she's realizing that it happened a month later when she received a notice to come collectors from her files and paperwork for the Coast Guard. And this is in her words. He let me know that he was one of the federal air marshals. Hudson, an award-winning former reporter at the Washington Times, told Blaze in 2004 she was exposed to the Federal Air Marshal Service and Transportation, TSA, of course, Security Administrations, had lied to the Congress, and that less than 5% of the airlines departing flights in the U.S. were being protected. This is in her own words. I now know that why he is spending so much time in my upstairs office. Horrified that doesn't even begin to describe it, but this shook me to my core. I was almost paralyzed, she said. I never in my wildest dreams thought that something like this could happen in this country. Hudson is one of the hundreds of the reporters, civilian personnel that the U.S. Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security, which is a big fuck you to them and TSA, have investigated a threatening with investigation. Yeah. Earlier this year, the Associated Press discovered that prosecutors working for Attorney General Eric Holder, another fuck you to him, has collected phone logs for 20 AP's phone lines used to be more than 100 reporters and editors. Holder's prosecutors are seized phone records of several AP journalists, and the Attorney General personally approved with a warrant to obtain emails and phone records to the Fox News reporter James Rosen, including Rosen's parents' phone records, and labeled Rosen a criminal. So let me just start off by saying this is complete fucking shit. I mean, this is crazy as fuck, even though back in the days, I really would never gave two shits and a fuck about this. So this is just my overall thoughts, opinions, and the views on this, how I'm going to speculate this. And the way this lady was rated, and you can check the video down yourself. I'm not sure if that was the real one before. I'm not going to play it because, you know, copyright shit or whatever. You guys can check that out yourself. This just takes it to an all-time level where literally the police state is just going hardcore to the fucking balls, to the wall with this shit. And this is fucking bad, really. Thank God I don't have any police in my family or relatives, of what I know at least. Because if I do, it's pretty fucking sad for me on my part. But I don't know the motherfuckers. But without further ado on that, this just shows you how much injustice and corruption there is in this fucking country. With the banksters, the elites, the higher-ups are taking the fuck over. I've said this over a million amounts of times, occasional times on a lot of my other videos. Maybe I want to say 2010-ish, early 2011, around that time. Because before that, first year I had this channel up, it was mostly about other different topics that don't really have anything to do with this, but let's move on. I mean, this lady, literally, she got her privacy fucked up so bad that, you know, like, she was paralyzed, not from the waist down physically, just paralyzed with fear of seeing how this police state, New World Order, Illuminati, Freemasons, globalists, whatever you want to fucking call it, etc., is just taking over. Unfortunately, the UN is probably going to have some huge part into this. Eventually, we're probably going to end up having a war with, not Yemen, but the other one. Not Iraq and Iran either. I'm trying to remember the fucking country. Syria, that's what it is. Eventually, it's going to end up being World War III with Russia and China. They're going to make alliances with the United States. They're probably going to end up trying to take over the whole thing. You already got a whole bunch of a lot of chinos out there in Asia. Not to categorize them, mostly the Chinese over there from the far land, the Far East. You know, they're ended up starting to hate Americans. I don't know what it is. Not every single one of you guys out there. So if any of you chinos out there, you're listening, I don't hate all of you guys, because I know I'm not trying to get off topic on this, off topic just for 5 seconds. I grew up with a lot of their shit. You know, I love their anime and the manga, the beautified Asian chicks and everything like that. You know, all the stuff that they make, even if some of it's cheap, it's still damn good, especially in Japan and shit. You know. But with all that aside, I'm just talking about the evil little dipshit globalist fucks that are into that. Those are the ones I'm aiming my hatred towards. And then last but not least, before I end this shit off on a better note, luckily she didn't get shot in the face or anything like that. I would have been a lot more fucked up just to speak truth and liberty and freedom. You know, the lady's got my fucking support. You know, even though she kind of sounded like a little bitch, but at the same time, you know, I'll still get her support anyways. Because, you know, this is fucked up to the core. And, like, eventually they're going to end up having all these other things. Like, once again, Mel Maker Lecture told me about this. They're even somewhere all the way out there in Europe, they're putting, like, Bluetooth chips or whatever in fucking pills. If you can believe that shit, definitely check that shit out. It's another crazy story. That's for another time, though. You know, there's no more privacy anymore. You know, the NSA is taking over the whole thing. They're probably even watching my ass right now as I speak and ran at this. You know what? I really could give 2 shits in the fuck about. Because you know what? I'm gonna use my freedom of speech, my fucking God right given amendments to say what I gotta fucking say. Nobody's gonna shut me the fuck up either. You don't like it? Tough shit. And I'm just talking about those little dipshit bastards over there. And that's pretty much it. That's all I had to say for now. So, hopefully, thank God, this lady's life isn't too much in danger like how Edward Snowden's was a couple months ago. Or she doesn't end up being like Andrew Breitbart or Barnaby Jack. Even though most of them are Caucasian. But, you know, maybe 1 or 2 of them might be black or Spanish. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now. So, like I always say, is what it is, ain't what ain't. See you when I see you guys every day, every night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, lates, goodbye. I got like 3 new videos coming out tomorrow, Monday, so be on the lookout for that. And this one's probably not going to be uploaded till Monday either. So I'll talk to you guys soon, alright? Lates, I'm gone, and I'll see you soon. See you around, and be easy. I'm out of here late.